Hey guys, Mr. Neese going to talk to you now about US TEKS SE 15B. Let me read it to you. Describe the changing relationship between the federal government and private business, including the growth of free enterprise, costs and benefits of laissez-faire, Sherman Antitrust Act, Interstate Commerce Act, and Pure Food and Drug Act. Oh, that's a mouthful. So let's start first with the relationship. So government hands off or government involved. We talked about this in the past, laissez-faire, meaning hands off. The relationship with government and business is something we're fairly used to today, but it's still evolving thing. And laissez-faire was the thought that government stays out and let business do its own thing. And the benefit of that is less bureaucracy, better opportunity as far as starting your own business, no regulations, things that you would have to jump through hoops to get your business going. That could be a benefit. The cost could be that people could do unethical things, cheat people, sell them something that isn't legit. We'll talk about this a little bit more in the Food and Drug Act, but food, whether it's pure, whether it is what it says it is a good example. So you get, federal regulation coming in to try to protect the consumer in these kind of things. So Sherman Antitrust Act, 1890. So 1890, we get Sherman Antitrust Act. That's an effort to prevent monopolies or trust. And with that, monopolies and trusts, there's usually an exploitation of pricing. So if you can imagine all the cell phone carriers getting consumed into one carrier, they buy each other out, there's just one carrier, and now they can charge whatever they want to charge. Well, that's not allowed. The Sherman Antitrust Act prevents that. Same thing with cell phones. If Apple and Samsung and all the different companies got together to just make one phone and then just set the price for what they wanted it, that is a monopoly. So that is to prevent that from happening, because we want competition. Competition drives better products and lowers the price. Interstate Commerce Act, 1887, a federal law federal commission set up to regulate businesses, specifically starting with railroad pricing. It expanded into other areas like oil, trucking. It will be disbanded in the 1990s, but it kind of sets the groundwork for other federal agencies regulating particular industries. Pure Food and Drug Act, 1906, coming off Upton Sinclair's book The Jungle, which we talked about the meatpacking industry and how bad the conditions were, not just for the workers, but the food. There were rats that could end up in the meat with the poison that was meant to kill the rats. Sanitary conditions were really bad. It was just a very nasty thing. Made a lot of people sick just to even read it. So with that, we get the Pure Food and Drug Act. And there's others that will follow along with it that will start to regulate, how things are made, being truth in advertising on labels, that you need to know what's in it, and it's said as it on the label. But all this is starting an involvement of the government getting involved in business to regulate those things for the benefit of the people. So hopefully that helps you with 15B.